Welcome to English 3. In our course, we are looking predominantly at American literature, and we'll be focusing on all the different genres at some point during the school year. But as we look at that, what your child is going to see is they're going to see that there's a difference in this class and the English 3 class to the previous English classes that they've been in. We are predominantly a language and composition course. And what this means is rather than focusing just on the literature and focusing on things like symbol and metaphor and simile and what is it and what does it mean, now what we're doing is we're pulling back the curtain and we're looking behind to see the inner workings. Now we are looking at who is the author, what is his purpose, who is the audience, how is it that the author can help to, or how is it that the author achieves his purpose of persuading his audience to come around to his perspective. We will still be looking at simile, metaphor, all of those types of things, but now it's more in light of how is it that these things help the author to achieve his overall purpose. This is a deeper level of reading, a deeper level of writing. And so students sometimes struggle a little bit to shift to that way of thinking, but they do get there. And what they find is this is a much more real world way of looking at things. It has a great deal of real world application, and we always talk them through that and show them how that this all works. And we focus on argumentation and rhetoric and synthesis, and so they should come out of here well-rounded readers and writers. One of our goals is for students to walk out of here never ever saying again, I'm a terrible writer. So that's something that we make sure that we try to focus on. Something else that we make sure that we look at are contemporary connections to whatever it is that we happen to be reading and talking about. Instead of just looking at themes, then what we do is we start talking about how those themes still exist today, how the ethics of something still exists today, how they may have transformed, but what do they look like now, and what are the issues that are involved in that, to try and bring students up to speed more on current events, on the politics of daily life, things like that. We tie our units historically to what's going on in their U.S. history classes as much as we can. And so they'll see some correlation between the two. They should see quite a bit, actually. Often we'll start talking about something and they'll say, yes, I just learned about that in my history class. And so we start tying that all together, and there's sort of a symbiotic relationship there. We do focus heavily on college readiness. We want to make sure that our kids walk out of this English 3 classroom ready to take on whatever it is that they decide to do. If they decide to take dual credit next year, or if they're deciding they want to jump up to an AP class and take an AP class to get college credit, when they walk out of here, we want them to feel like they are college ready. We spend time working on resumes and college application type material, and at the beginning of the year we start them thinking about what it is that they think that they want to do and what it's going to take for them to get there. How do they fill the gaps that they may have in their current academic situation, in their resume, whatever, so that they can make sure that they're prepared to start that application process at the beginning of their senior year. So that's one of our focuses as well. Just a quick glance, these are our major works of the year. Our first is The Crucible, that's in first quarter, dealing with the Puritan era. And we also talk about McCarthyism, witch hunts, things like that. In third quarter, we're looking at Gatsby, the Roaring Twenties. This is probably the favorite unit of the year. Students have quite a good time studying that. And then in fourth quarter, we're going to be looking at contemporary lit, and one of our major focuses is going to be the things they carried, dealing with the Vietnam War. If you have any questions, see one of the English 3 teachers. We will be more than happy to answer anything for you. Thank you. Have a good day.